The Shoemaker's Tale. So I'm going to read a brief piece from the Shoemaker's Tale right from the beginning. Shoemaker's Tale is a novel. One remarkably clear spring morning with bright sunshine and warm breezes that blew so gently that even the dust on Warsaw's rooftops remained undisturbed. Meyer's parents were slain by a gang of peasant ruffians. Meyer was 4 years old, and this particularly cruel Easter pogrom was his first. He and his sister, Yetta, survived by hiding behind the kitchen stove. After the incident, the children's uncle, Model the shoemaker, wanted to take them in, but his wife opposed the idea. "Children have too many demons," she insisted. "They're riddled with them. They run in rivers from their noses and found villages in their soiled underwear. Wherever there are children, do you know what you find? Demons by the buckets." Model was no match for his belligerent spouse, Flanka. There was no arguing with her. Flanka always felt that she had knowledge of things that others could not or would not grasp. Their ignorance drove her to fits of frustration and anger, and she was especially mad on the subject of demons. She claimed that they were everywhere, at all times, looking to enter an unguarded person's body through any of its openings. Everyone had them, worst of all children, and everyone was open to attack, able to travel on skin, in bodily fluids, even a person's breath. They lurked in throats and bellies, waiting for appropriate opportunities. A cough was cause for alarm. A sneeze was an act of war. Having no children of his own, Model wept when Flanka said that Yetta and Meyer could not be allowed to move in, and beseeched her to reconsider. "We'll get sick and die," insisted Flanka. "Do you want us to get sick and die? Then the children will be no better off and we'll be dead." Uncle Model did not want to get sick and die. So Yetta, at age 12, found herself on her own with little Meyer to care for. A time came when Aunt Flanka was having visions. An old man with an unkempt beard and earlocks that hung almost to the ground appeared to her in her dreams. "Boil!" the apparition commanded, and Flanka did. She boiled everything. Meat, clothes, pans, blankets, rags. But when she started boiling the bread and serving it to her husband as a plate of soggy, steaming glop, Model threw up his hands. "Potatoes! I can understand potatoes, and meat I can live with, but bread? It's to drive out the demons." "Well, if you have to, couldn't you boil the flour first and then dry it out to bake with?" "That's how they trick you. The filthy devils move out and move back in before you know it." Shoes, hats, books, nothing escaped her. One day, Model came home sniffling, and Flanka got right to work heating large pots of water. "Get in the tub," she said. "What?" "Hold your mouth and get in the tub. I'll boil alive. It won't hurt you. In and out very quickly, just to scare off the demons." Flanka stopped as she was filling the basin with hot water, looked at it, put down the pot, pulled the basin outside, lit a fire under it, and finished pouring the water. Model stood and watched her, shaking his head, wringing his shirt in his hands. "I'm not getting in there." "Oh, okay, now," said Flanka, when the water was bubbling well. "No, don't argue. I'm your wife. In and out, like I said, very quickly, and it's done." "No, don't you want to be cured?" "No, they've taken over your mind," she screamed, lunging at him, trying to drag him over to the tub by his collar. "No, no, no," went Model, coughing and sniffling as Flanka pulled and pinched and slapped, all the while averting her face to avoid the demons that were attacking her. She almost had him in the tub when Model let go of a loud sneeze. Flanka, releasing him in panic, fell backwards with a splash. At the funeral, Model told Yetta that it was all right for her and Meyer to move in with him now if they still wanted to. That's the beginning of the